Life is Strange Double Exposure takes the beloved formula of emotional storytelling and time manipulation to new heights. The story follows Max Caulfield as she discovers her friend Safi murdered in the snow. This tragedy triggers her ability to shift between two parallel timelines, where Safi is still alive but in grave danger. The dual reality mechanic adds depth to the gameplay, requiring players to solve puzzles, uncover clues, and make moral decisions that influence both timelines. Set at Caledon University, the game's atmosphere is rich with mystery and emotional stakes. Max's choices, already a staple of the series, now carry even greater weight as she balances the pressure of uncovering the truth while evading a relentless detective. The game's themes of friendship, loss, and courage are brought to life through stunning visuals, an evocative soundtrack, and compelling dialogue. For fans of narrative-driven experiences, this installment feels fresh while staying true to the franchise's roots, making it a must-play for newcomers and longtime fans alike. Metaphor, ReFantazio is an extraordinary JRPG from Atlas, the team behind the acclaimed Persona series. It blends a high fantasy setting with the strategic depth of Shin Megami Tensei's battle systems. The game's story takes place in a richly detailed world filled with striking architecture, memorable characters, and emotional storytelling. Each location offers its own unique atmosphere, supported by an incredible soundtrack that elevates the experience with orchestral and choral pieces that match the epic scale of the narrative. One of the standout features is the archetype system, which offers incredible customization for your party. With 14 base classes branching into dozens of unique roles, the game gives you immense flexibility without becoming unbalanced. Battles feel strategic and engaging, with synthesis attacks and the familiar press-turn mechanics adding layers of depth. Even small touches like the ability to defeat weaker enemies in the overworld without entering combat make the gameplay flow smoothly. Visually, the game impresses with its anime-inspired design and beautiful cutscenes, though there are occasional technical limitations. Despite minor drawbacks, like some repetitive dungeon visuals, the overall quality makes it a must-play for any JRPG fan. Metaphor, ReFantazio is a game that redefines the genre, blending story, music, and gameplay into an unforgettable experience. Terrordrome, Reign of the Legends is an indie fighting game that brings together characters from horror literature, urban legends, and mythological folklore into a modern-day setting. Released in October 2024 by Huracan Studio, this game serves as a spiritual successor to Terrordrome, Rise of the Boogeymen, and stands out with its unique roster. Players can battle as reimagined figures like vampires, werewolves, and even cryptids in dark, atmospheric arenas. What makes this game special is its variety in character design and fighting mechanics. Each fighter has a distinct set of moves, and the gameplay feels both nostalgic and fresh for fans of the genre. The dark aesthetic, paired with a blend of mythological and modern elements, creates a haunting yet captivating experience. It's especially appealing to horror fans who enjoy the thrill of competitive combat. Whether you're into stylish combos or the sheer novelty of playing as iconic monsters, this game offers a memorable experience. Assassin's Creed Mirage feels like a nostalgic return to the series' roots while introducing modern refinements. Set in a beautifully rendered Baghdad, the game emphasizes stealth and parkour, recapturing the spirit of the early titles. The world design feels tight and manageable, avoiding the overwhelming scale of recent entries like Valhalla. Instead, it delivers a focused experience where objectives are within walking distance, and exploration is rewarding without being tedious. The gameplay leans heavily on stealth, with missions that challenge you to plan carefully, utilizing tools like Enkidu, your eagle, to scout areas. The investigation board is another highlight, allowing you to piece together clues about targets, adding a detective-like layer to the assassinations. Combat is streamlined and encourages avoiding direct confrontation, which fits the tone of the game, though the occasional inconsistency in parkour mechanics can be frustrating. Mirage stands out as a celebration of the franchise's legacy, combining old-school mechanics with thoughtful updates. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to the series, it offers a compact, story-driven adventure that captures the essence of what made Assassin's Creed iconic. Dragon Ball Sparking, Zero is a must-play for any fan of intense, action-packed games or the Dragon Ball franchise. This game serves as a true sequel to the beloved Budokai Tenkaichi series, delivering fast-paced 3D combat with a massive roster of characters spanning the entire Dragon Ball universe. The visuals are stunning, and the combat system feels both nostalgic and refined, offering endless ways to chain attacks and unleash devastating ultimate moves. One standout feature is the what-if scenarios, which reimagine iconic battles with unexpected twists, adding fresh depth to the Dragon Ball lore. The game also includes an encyclopedia mode, letting you dive into rich details about characters and events. While it's clearly aimed at casual enjoyment rather than competitive play, Sparking Zero has a unique charm that's hard to resist. Whether you're battling friends or revisiting legendary sagas, this game captures the spirit of Dragon Ball perfectly. Kill Knight is a dark, atmospheric, isometric action game that pulls you into an eldritch abyss filled with relentless challenges. Developed by Playside Studios, this title combines fast-paced, arcade-inspired combat with tactical depth. You play as a reanimated knight condemned to eternal death, armed with a brutal arsenal to annihilate hordes of otherworldly enemies while mastering the demonic powers within. The game features 5 handcrafted layers of intense combat arenas, each escalating in difficulty. Its retro-inspired visuals and neon-soaked aesthetic create an immersive environment reminiscent of 90s arcade classics, but with modern polish. The combat rewards aggression and precision, requiring you to exploit enemy weaknesses, manage your resources, and execute devastating attacks. There's even a leaderboard system, pushing players to compete globally for high scores. With options to unlock new equipment and evolve your playstyle, Kill Knight offers plenty of replayability and customization. It's a must-try for fans of challenging, fast-paced action and hauntingly beautiful worlds. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown feels like a fresh breath for the franchise, blending the classic charm of the series with modern Metroidvania elements. You play as Sargon, a new hero with incredible agility and a range of movement abilities, like wall jumping, air dashing, and sprinting, making traversal an absolute highlight. The open world is vast and beautifully varied, with clever puzzles and a unique map system that allows you to pin screenshots for easy navigation, a game-changing feature for the genre. Combat, on the other hand, is a mixed bag. While you have access to a variety of moves and upgrades, enemies can feel like sponges, taking numerous hits to defeat. Boss battles are intense, but the parry timing can be punishing, making fights occasionally frustrating. However, the game's platforming and exploration more than make up for these shortcomings, keeping the pace engaging throughout its 15 to 20 hours of gameplay. Visually, the game opts for clarity over complexity, with strong character designs and environments that never leave you lost. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown successfully reimagines the series while staying true to its roots, making it a must-try for fans of action platformers and Metroidvanias alike. Fears to Fathom: Woodbury Getaway delivers a chilling experience that blends survival horror with immersive storytelling. The game places you in the shoes of Sydney Harper, who heads to a remote cabin seeking a relaxing retreat. However, the trip quickly spirals into a nightmare when unsettling events and an ominous stranger disrupt the peace. What makes this game stand out is its meticulous pacing. Early moments, like fishing or cooking, lull you into a false sense of security, only to shatter it with tense encounters and a sinister turn of events. The detailed environments and subtle sound design amplify the suspense, making every creak and shadow a potential threat. The highlight is the unpredictable antagonist. Pretending to be the cabin's caretaker, he escalates from unnerving to terrifying as the story unfolds, culminating in a high-stakes game of cat and mouse. Decisions and interactions shape the narrative, keeping you on edge and deeply engaged. If you're a fan of psychological horror that thrives on atmosphere and storytelling rather than cheap scares, Fears to Fathom: Woodbury Getaway is a must-play. It's an unforgettable ride that will make you think twice before booking a secluded getaway. Silent Hill 2 Remake is an unforgettable dive into psychological horror. This reimagining of the iconic 2001 game captures the haunting atmosphere with its thick fog, eerie sound design, and deeply unsettling environments. The story of James Sunderland searching for his deceased wife in Silent Hill is both emotionally gripping and terrifying. Modern updates like the over-the-shoulder camera and expanded interiors enhance immersion while maintaining the original's dread. The blend of challenging puzzles and grotesque creatures ensures every moment keeps you on edge, a must-play for any horror fan. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is a visually stunning open-world adventure that transports players to the breathtaking landscapes of Pandora. As a Na'vi raised by humans, you navigate a rich alien ecosystem filled with diverse wildlife and vibrant flora while confronting the industrial forces of the RDA. The game blends exploration, crafting, and combat, offering a mix of stealthy bow tactics and high-powered assaults. One standout feature is the immersive exploration, where players discover mounts, gather resources, and experience a dynamic ecosystem. The game includes a unique mode without waypoints, challenging you to navigate using environmental clues, a refreshing change for Ubisoft's typically guided gameplay. However, the crafting mechanics, while detailed, can feel overwhelming as they're deeply tied to progression. Combat often involves a mix of strategies, from taking down mechanized enemies with precision arrows to engaging in large-scale skirmishes. The game's environmental and cultural elements shine, emphasizing respect for nature in resource gathering. Unfortunately, the narrative struggles with uneven writing, and the PC version faces technical issues like occasional crashes. Despite its flaws, Frontiers of Pandora offers a rich and expansive world that fans of the Avatar universe or open-world adventures might find worth exploring.